How many of you have ever had a client that said that they needed life insurance, they wanted it, but they still didn't buy? Like, that's crazy, right? How about people who said they were interested, answered your questions, said yes to all of them, and after all of that, they still said they wanted to think about it? Okay? How about, we've got two more. How about you actually took someone through the whole thing, they picked a policy, you started the application, you got into it, and you got to the banking, and they said, call me back in 1 hour. What happens after that 1 hour? How many people have a graveyard of follow-ups that said, oh, I definitely want this, but I need 1 hour? Yes. I'm going to flip it. How many of you have ever wanted to buy something, had every intention of doing so, but didn't buy it because you didn't like the person who was selling it to you? Anyone? That's happened to me. I know, it's crazy. So it's not because that they weren't interested, right? The good news, it's not that because they weren't interested or that you happened to get all of the tire kickers or the professional quote gatherers. Right, that's really not the reason. It's because they didn't feel confident in moving forward with you. You did not give them that confidence. Okay? Let's talk about why people don't buy. People don't buy simply because they understand the product, right? Just explaining to them how a whole life policy works, it doesn't seem to move the needle very much. Also, being able to offer the cheapest price, that doesn't really work. Or being able to say, hey, I can shop around with 26 carriers. How many people still get, I want to shop around? After you say, but wait, I have all the carriers. Why do you need to shop? Or thinking that you need level coverage for every single person, right? People don't buy because of that. So when does the sale happen? If it's not the price, if it's not the carriers, if it's not understanding the product, if it's not having a level carrier, when does it happen?
It's because you've helped them identify their pain point and they're confident you can fix it.
What's the title of today's presentation?
Emotional certainty.
They didn't feel certain. And who do you think is responsible for helping them get that emotional certainty? You. So today I'm going to go over a 6-step framework. Hopefully you guys all have notepads. At the end of this, you're going to be able to scan a QR code for one of my end of call objections for I want to talk to someone. So don't leave early. This is the framework that I teach at Empower Life that not only helps my agents close more, but it also helps their policies stick more. Because when your clients stop buying from a place of uncertainty and pressure, push for approval, my favorite thing in the world, and they start buying from conviction and confidence, not only will you get more people to say yes, but they'll actually keep their policies. Because people don't cancel what they feel emotionally connected to. Okay? This is the same framework that I used that allowed me to maintain a 70% conversion rate. Who wants to have a 70% conversion rate? And an 80% persistency. How many carriers did I have access to? Who knows? One carrier for 4.5 years before I now have an agency. So it doesn't matter. Okay, with one of the most expensive carriers too, who will remain nameless. No regrets. Okay, So that starts with curiosity. Okay, it starts with curiosity. See, most of us are taught to go straight into health questions, features, benefits, or they talk about themselves. This is me, this is what I do, this is all the things that I can give to you. But you just sound like this, wah, 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 right? Who are you making that conversation about? Yourself. Right. And who does your client care about? Themselves. So who do we need to talk about? Them. Thank you. My favorite, though, is, okay, Mildred, just so you know, when we're done, we're gonna get a decision. It's gonna be a yes or a no. No think about it. No, I want to talk to someone. We're gonna have a decision, right? How many people have ever been told to sell like that? Oh, good. Because that's what grandma always wanted, right? Sweating bullets, getting pressured from a total stranger over the phone. But that's what happens, guys. There's scripts that will say, how do you avoid I want to think about it? Tell them they're not allowed to think about it. That's crazy. Who wants to hear a better way? Yes. All right, we're going to go straight into emotion, okay? Here's one of the first questions we're going to ask. Just so I can understand where you're coming from. Besides wanting just peace of mind or handling the final expenses, what had you even thinking about getting something like this today? Because most people just keep putting it off, right? What has you taking a serious look now? Okay, this question gets them out of autopilot. How many people ask questions like this? Good. It gets them out of autopilot. It gets them stop focusing on what you're selling, what you're pitching, and it gives them a chance to reflect. Sorry, my clicker went away. It gets them focused off of what you're selling and back to why they're looking. And by not trying to sell them, ironically, you become the very person they feel the most comfortable buying from. I tell people all the time, I'm not here to sell you. I'm just here to help you understand your options. Whatever you decide today, no matter what that is, at least you're going to have the information to do so. Right? Would that help? And then what happens?
Guard down.
Their guard down. They feel safe. And we can take them through the sales process. Okay, step 2 is the shift. The shift. This is what I call, like, where have they been? Why now? What's changed? What is the shift for them? Before we spoke today, had you already been thinking about getting this handled? I mean, were you hoping nothing would happen in the meantime? Right? We're also going to be here uncovering possible objections. Right? Why did they not buy from the 10 people before you? You are not the first person in 72 years they've spoken to about life insurance, yes? So why haven't they bought? You need to know that. You need to know where they have been before getting on the phone with you. When you ask that question, you're going to uncover 2 things. Okay, you're going to uncover timing and you're going to uncover fear. Okay, what is the timing? Tell us. What stopped you from getting this before? Was it the monthly cost, or were you not sure that you actually needed it? What are they probably going to say? Cost. Because what do most life insurance agents do? Anyone know?
Sell based on price.
Sell based on price. What else?
Draw the quotes too early.
See if we can get you approved. How about, how much coverage do you think you need? Oh, I want 50,000. Okay, let me give you a price for 50,000. And then what happens to poor Mildred? She thinks she can't afford it now. Right? So when you get people that say, I can't afford it, it's not because they can't afford it. It's because no one's taken the time to walk them through the journey, right? So what stopped them before? You're going to get context, you're going to get urgency, and you're going to start creating emotional leverage that will help them feel better about what you're about to take them through. Okay, then there's fear. This is a big one, right? Fear is a big one because most people, they're afraid, right? They're afraid of the price. They're on a fixed income. They're afraid of being scammed. Thank God for crank wheel. Yeah, who uses crank wheel? If you don't, now you know. They're afraid of admitting they waited too long. There's so much fear in this. And do you think it helps for us to say, okay, you got to make a decision before we even start? No, it doesn't. They're afraid, right? They're afraid of making the wrong choice. To put it in some context, any of you ever feel torn about making a decision and then you want to go call a friend, right? Or call your spouse or your sibling. I don't know what to do. You go to Google because you don't trust yourself. We don't trust ourselves to make the right choice. They need to be able to trust you. You need to be that friend. You need to be that spouse. You need to be that confident person that helps guide them toward the right direction. Right? I said this earlier. No matter what you decide today, my job is to simply help you understand your options. And would that help? It's not a question. It's an invitation to feel safe. Okay, step 3. Okay, so we've talked about why are they inquiring? We've talked about the shift, what's changed, why now? And now I want them to start picturing the outcome. What does life look like once they put this in place? What does it look like for their family? We're going to give them a picture of peace. Let's pretend we get this in place today. Your plan's locked in, your coverage is active. What would be different for your family at that point? Who does it help? Right? When they say it out loud, it starts to become real. Maybe it's their daughter not having to do a GoFundMe, right? Or their son not having to do a car wash or pass the bucket. Or maybe it's their spouse not having to go through the couch cushions, trying to find a little bit of extra change, because living on a fixed income leaves next to nothing at the end of the month. And when you can do this, when you can help them stop thinking about the price and the coverage and the carrier and the level coverage and give me quotes, and I have 100 quotes, right? It stops becoming a product and starts becoming a promise, right? We have to have these hard conversations with people. And as a side note, how many people have tried to ask these questions and get, why are you asking me all these questions? That's where your tonality comes in, right? That's what we talk about going back to the boot camps. Attend a boot camp. We can help you with your tonality. It can't just be words on a paper that you're asking. They have to hear your sincerity. They have to hear that you care. And you won't get that. You won't get, why are you asking me all these questions? Sometimes they give you resistance because it's hard, because nobody has ever challenged them to stop and take a look at really what is the outcome of this. It's just about quotes. Okay? So step 4, we're on step 4. Now that we have helped them to say out loud what this is going to do for their family, now we want to shift that inward. What is this going to do for you personally? What is this going to do for you? Not just your family. To know that as a mother, as a father, as a grandfather, that you took on that burden of responsibility to finally get this handled. What are they going to say? They're going to say, oh, that would give me so much peace of mind to know that it's finally handled, right? Not just what it's going to do for their kids, their grandkids, whoever, but what is it going to do for you personally? This is what starts to open the door to emotional certainty. Everything after this is so easy, guys. If you can just get them to feel seen, feel heard, feel understood, but you got to go there with them every single time. It's exhausting. But do we want to stay at a 20% conversion rate, or do we want a 70% conversion rate? 70. So you got to do the hard things every time. Not, oh, I do it sometimes on my calls, but I didn't do it that time. Right? Why? Why didn't you do it every time? They're going to say I did the right thing. They're going to say I did the right thing. And guess what? They're going to keep that policy. That's how you get an 80% persistency. 80% is good over the phone, guys.
Yeah, it is.
That's good.
That's good. Thanks.
It's good over the phone. All right, now we are going to take it all away. You've got them to picture what it's going to be like for their family. You've got them to picture what it's going to be like for them. You don't get any of that if you don't make a decision. Right? So, consequence. I'm really happy to hear that this is going to be good for you. It's going to be good for your family. But what happens if 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 years goes by and you still have nothing? What happens then? What would that moment feel like if something happened and there was nothing in place? Let them sit there in that uncomfortable silence. Do not speak. Do not answer their question. Let them answer. It's hard. That silence is hard. We want to talk. We want to talk too much. Let them answer the question. Okay, we've uncovered curiosity. Why did they inquire? The shift. What changed? What stopped them from buying? Who is it going to benefit? Their loved ones. Who else is it going to benefit? Themselves. What happens if they do nothing at all? Commitment to change. So if we could lock this certainty, this peace of mind in for you today, of course, assuming we can find something comfortable and affordable for you, how would that feel to finally know that it's taken care of? Oh, it feels so good. We just went through discovery, guys. We got a lot more to do. But after that, the rest is so easy. Now we're just going to help them understand. Now we're going to help them understand term versus whole life, right? Now we're going to help them understand how much coverage they need. Now the rest of it is so easy, but we already got them locked in. Please don't spend 20 minutes in underwriting, because all of this is going to go away. Right? That's another breakout session. Do not spend 20 minutes in underwriting. Okay? This is how you create trust. You do not create trust in conversations around the weather. You do not create conversations of trust around grandkids, favorite hobby, what do you like to eat, what do you like to do on the weekends. None of that. None of that is going to build trust. They might like you, but then if you enter the friend zone, they're also going to feel really, really good about telling you they want to call you back. And then if you allow yourself to enter the friend zone, you're going to believe them. We're friends. They're definitely calling me back. Yes? Don't enter the friend zone. You can be friendly after they say yes. If you can do this, you will lead with empathy, you will close with confidence, and you'll change lives. You'll change your life, I promise.
That's good.
Here's a script, guys. I want to talk to someone. At the end, you can go over it. Please use it. It's hard. It's long. Who said the scripts were long? It's a long one.
It's good though.
But what do we not do at the end of a sale? Oh, I want to talk to someone. We just need to make sure you get approved. After all that work, no, you still have a lot of work to do. So download this. You're going to have to use it. There's multiple steps. I hope you enjoyed it.